With weather cooling off, it's a great time to hit the golf links and the Wounded Warrior Project. Wounded Warrior Project is telling us now how you can tee it up for those in need and support their cause. And with me is Andrew Kaufman. How are you, Andrew?
Good, good. How are you?
Let's talk about the Wounded Warrior Project, and of course, what is the Wounded Warrior Project for some of those that might not know it right off the bat?
Yeah, Wounded Warrior Project, or WWP as it's known as, is a veteran organization that provides programs and services to post 9/11 veterans that were injured, wounded, or ill while on active duty.
Yeah, and this is such a great program because you guys go out, and as you know, as you being a veteran too, you go out and help those. And it's kind of neat. It's even from fishing to education and to guide them because, again, being a wounded veteran can be tough on you a little bit.
For sure. You know, right now we have about 50 veterans every single day that are reaching out to us for help, whether it's benefit help or mental health. Mental health has been a huge focus for us as an organization for a number of years. But as you mentioned, the fishing, golf, sporting events, whatever it is, that camaraderie piece is something that a lot of veterans miss once they leave active duty. So we're just trying to really get the warriors and their families. It doesn't matter if it's a spouse, a friend, your neighbor, whatever that support system is, to get them out. As well.
And it's very important. Let's talk about your story.
Yeah.
So tell us a little about your story so people understand how important this project is to you.
Yeah, so I was a senior in high school when 9/11 happened, and that was the deciding factor for me to enlist into the Army. I was part of the 10th Mountain Division in upstate New York in Fort Drum, and then I went to Iraq in 2003 and 2004. During my time over in Iraq, for the most part, it was a pretty easy deployment, but there were a few days where we were ambushed, attacked. I had friends that were killed, severely wounded. I came back stateside, physically unharmed. True miracle. But when I came back, I started having a lot of those symptoms that are associated with post-traumatic stress disorder. The Army found me unfit for duty, which basically, the way I took it was, thank you for your service, but it's time to go home.
Yeah.
I was very bitter. I was confused. I mean, I was 22 years old.
Yeah.
I was married at the time, and should say I still am married.
Make sure she knows that.
So now I'm 22 years old. I have no college education. And I'm supposed to support my family.
Yeah.
During my transition home, I thought it was going to be easy because I had my VA benefits and a job lined up right away. And those are two things that a lot of veterans struggle with. But then in June of 2006, one of my best friends, Russell Durgan, was killed in Afghanistan. And Russell and I were together in Iraq. We were roommates when we got back. And all that guilt that I had from surviving Iraq, just it put me in a real dark place. And that's when Wounded Warrior Project stepped in and started helping me understand what I was going through with post-traumatic stress disorder, and also helped my wife understand what I was going through.
And the family, and that's so important, and that's why the Wounded Warrior Project is out there and needs to continue the support from our community. That's why this golf tournament that's coming up, and actually it's not just a golf tournament, it's a whole weekend of activities that people can get involved with to support either going to golfing or not, and that's what you're here to tell us, that there's a lot going on this weekend.
Yeah, so the whole event starts on Friday. There's some dinners and other things. We have a group of warriors that are coming from all over Arizona, up in to Sedona, but the golf itself is happening Saturday morning at Seven Canyons, and then of course there's other activities going on, and then Saturday evening about 5 o'clock. There's an art gallery that's hosting us. They're doing a live auction with some unique pieces and things like that.
Yeah, so you can go up there and support. And so it's such a great thing they're doing. I know we have information on the screen, I think, coming up here where you can sign up for it, which is so important. But it is the Wounded Warriors Project golf tournament happening this weekend. And it kicks off, as you said, Friday, and people can get involved, which is so important. And then there's the website that you suggest people to go to, especially if you have a family member or someone that's needing some services that has served our country. And that website is?
Yeah, so for the golf event itself, to learn more about that, it's www.sedonaevent.com. But also, if you're a veteran or a family member in need, our website is woundedwarriorproject.org.
Yeah, and before I leave, actually, Andrew, I want to ask you one question to help someone who's probably watching right now. What's one thing you could say to them to help them get on the right path, because I know it's hard, especially being in the military and serving our country. As you said, you came back kind of deflated. You came back, kind of like down and everything. What's one thing you could tell someone right now who might be in the same place you were?
Yeah. First, don't give up. Don't give up on your buddies. I'm not going to give up on you. You don't give up. But also reach out. There are a lot of organizations out there that are doing a lot of great work. Wounded Warrior Project, you can go right to our website, sign up, register, and we can get you plugged into services.
Perfect. Andrew, thanks for joining us.
Awesome.
So
Thank you.
Thank you for all you're doing. Thank you for serving our country, and thank you for continue on serving our veterans.
Thank
so
you.
We appreciate it. And we appreciate you out there to go to, again, the Wounded Warriors website to find out more about the golf tournament and about, of course, what they're doing. And if you are a veteran or someone that needs help, please reach out to them. So, all right, we'll be back with more Arizona Daily Mix right after this.